We are live.
Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show, sponsored by the Beacon Tap, Signature Transportation Group, Cut Shot, and Mom and Dad Water. Man, that list is getting longer, Donnie.
It's great. It's a lot of support for the
sir?
show. It's awesome. I love to see the new sponsors as always, and thank you guys a ton for being a part of it. But what's going on,
dude? It's a crazy week as we get the rubber match, right?
Yeah.
The Bears Packers.
Right.
So, we all know who Uncle Jimmy's going to be rooting for, right? So we'll dissect that game tonight. So we'll go through the game a little bit. We're going to go through some of our, top 10 moments of 2025. We're going to go through some of the winners of 2025.
Yep.
Just some of the best memories and moments of this year. So I'm kind of excited for, I guess, what we have in store tonight. I know you and I put some effort into this a little bit in regards to getting some of the video clips and some of the things that we've done over the course of the year. So hopefully.
Sure. Yeah, 2025 was a good year. There was a lot of a lot of ups and downs in the softball world, but some great moments for sure.
Right.
A lot of different winners, some new winners, a great year for one specific team. I see you've got a high noon there. That's wonderful.
Yep.
Had some new sponsor, which is great. And, it was all around just a pretty solid year, in my opinion. A lot of growing and met a lot of new people through this show. And, we did the show all year long, which is awesome. And we gained a whole lot of new followers. So it was great.
Yeah. Just to kick off right out of the gate, I mean, we kind of cracked the milestone over 5,000 followers just on Facebook alone, not counting some of the other sites that we do. So obviously, thank you to, all the followers. Thank you to all the people that are sharing our pages and doing everything that they do.
5,000 followers.
Thank you to Mr. Butterfield, right? Dave, who does a lot of our postings and a lot of our flyers and a lot of things that he does. I know. For us behind the scenes, which is awesome. I know he just created our tournament flyer, which we did not upload. We forgot, but that's okay.
It had a misspelling on there, to be fair.
No, he did fix it. He fixed it. Yeah, he fixed it. So that being said, we will get that posted out tonight. I'm excited about that too. That's another thing that we know we announced in 2025. But I also think that it's going to be awesome this year in 2026 of what we have planned for that weekend. So, I mean, so we're going to get that flyer out there. I believe the prize money is north of $6,000 at the moment.
Amazing.
Just confirmed another sponsor or two today. Spoke with a couple individuals, said, give me a couple months. And I said, no worries. We're going to be just fine. We don't need it till June, right? So,
right.
So it's going to be awesome. I mean, what we're putting together with that, we do have what that prize money is going to look like for a pool play. So there'll be 4 teams in your pool, and it'll be broken down, obviously, by best record, of course, right? That goes first, head to head. But if there is a tie, it'll be runs against. So, I think is something different. We're going to do it that way. And the pool player winners are going to be $400. So it's $400 to get in the tournament. If you win your pool play, it's $400 back for you, and you play single elimination tournament on Sunday or on Saturday, absolutely free. So, see, I'm so used to saying Sunday. Now we're
Right.
ending it on Saturday. And so it's just the way it is, right, Donnie?
We're so used to saying that. Everything ends on Sunday in this game. But yeah, it's awesome that we're getting some more support for the tournament. We'll put the flyer out so people are well aware of when it will be and kind of where it will be. There's a bunch of different parks that are kind of cooperating with the event to just kind of make it something different and something fun and something new, which is going to be, something to look forward to for the players because everything is, a little bit repetitive in the softball world. But for it to be something different is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be obviously tailored to the major level, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm leaving the door open for the A and the B teams that are out there. I know that they're going to be running the A National, No Glove National out in Schaumburg. I believe that's Saturday. But if a team can make it work where they can play both, they'll be able to play our event Friday night and then single elimination Saturday. Maybe they're able to make it work. I don't know. But the highest A team / B team will also be paid out in our tournament. So that
Nice.
The highest team left will be paid out. The A team and the B teams that we classify as A and B for the tournament will be allowed to wear a glove against the major team. It's optional on their choice, but they will be able to wear a glove, which I think could level the playing field a little bit with some.
Great idea. It's great.
And then we're hoping that if like a Resmondo, if their schedule works for them and they're able to play in the event, any major team or team that plays against Resmondo would have to wear a glove. Same thing with Psychopaths. So if Psychopaths want to come in for that weekend, because I know that their biggest thing in the past has been, we're not coming down to play only 1 or 2 games. Well, they're guaranteed 4 in this event, right? So they could fly in on a Friday morning and be able to play Friday night and leave Sunday. So hopefully it works for them. Hopefully the word gets to them. June 26th and 27th will be the event. It's going to be held, like we said, at a couple different parks on Friday night. And then Saturday, everyone will come to Gennaro. So very similar concept to what they do in Yuma. Kind of copied, to be honest with you, copied what they did a little bit because people love that style. People love the way that tournament is run. And so it'll be very, very cool. So we got another person out there tagging the event.
We got another burner account commenting in the stream. We always have our ideas as to who the burner accounts are. That one, we don't. That's a new one. I will say that's a new account. So that's hilarious. Nick Mione, what tournament is this? This will be the tournament that we are actually looking to put together for next year for the 2026 season. This is a new event that will kind of be added to the A, B major schedule, trying to fit something in the middle of the summer that kind of tailors to all 3 levels. But this is a new tournament, so get ready for that, and we're going to have more information as we kind of get closer to the day. But we'll also post a flyer for that after the show or tomorrow, whenever we can get that updated.
Yeah, we'll be getting that out there. The other thing is we're hoping that maybe a Kennedy Park team or some of the Southside teams will be able to get into our event too, because they'll still be eligible, from my understanding, to play Papa Hops, which our date is 3 weeks before Papa Hops.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good tune-up. So if some of those Papa Hop teams do want to hop in the tournament, based on who they are, if we classify them A major or B, they'll be able to wear a glove if they choose to, right, against some of the major teams. So, we're throwing it out there to everybody. I think that's the best thing about all this, right? I think the best thing about all this is the fact that we're trying to make it fun. We're trying to do something different. So hopefully we get the support of some of the players. Really quick, Donnie, before we move on, I want to jump to the thing and say hi to a bunch of people that have jumped on. Mickey Balestri, Brendan, welcome to the show. Our boy Drew, welcome. Pat, welcome. John, Matt Mackey is out there. Our boy Butterfield, our boy Ecky's out there. Marcus Webb, welcome to the show. Jake McTeague, welcome. Our boy Jimmy DeFalco. Pat, again, I see that. Our boy Bruce saying Bears versus Packers. Uncle Jimmy, how many do you need? So he's expecting me to go to the game. I wish I can go to the game, Bruce. I'm going to have probably close to, I don't know, 200 to 300 people at Pop Magoo's that I'm going to have to keep an eye on Saturday night. But
just have Richie do it. I'm sure he can handle it.
yeah, Richie.
Listen, I got to compliment you. I'm going to compliment you. I was at the Dome tournament that we did on the 19th. Okay. It was a blast of a time. Jimmy, I got wasted at the Dome for the tournament because we were having a good ass time out there. It was a fun bar environment with all the players there. It was really cool to play with some different, people and players. We ended up winning our first game on a walk-off home run.
Right.
By me.
You went yard down the right field line.
Down the right field line. And then Rumpelman's, you ever met him before?
Rumpelman's flies around that bar a lot. I don't know why, but people love Rumpelman. Goes.
And we had a group of good guys that we got after it a little bit. And the next morning wasn't as fun as the night before, but we had a good time in your dome, and it was really, really fun. So I wanted to compliment you and say that you have done a nice job with that place, and everyone had a really good time.
I appreciate that, bud. I mean, as you can imagine, it's a lot of work, starting it from the ground up, putting a bar in the middle of a cornfield.
Yeah.
And basically building it. So it's getting popular. And thank God, knock on wood, right? We're starting to see some benefit from all the hard work we did put in. So obviously that's just more thanks to the customers, the people, the support, my staff who do really all the hard work. But at the same time, it is fun. And I think hopefully in 2026, it's only going to get better. So let's get into.
Yeah, let's start with the first clip here.
Well, you want to start with the clip, or do you want to go? Why don't we go over the tournament winners? Because I know some of the clips are tournament winners.
Do the first clip, because that's not really pertaining to softball, what you have there.
All right, so our first highlight, I believe, guys, of 2025 comes from the Oakton girls basketball team.
Tony Sarisic.
Yes, Tony. They were on our show. They were a guest on the show. I believe this women's team they lost two or three games all year.
2 games.
And so after we had interviewed them, they actually sent us this video, and I thought it was worth it for us to play it. So here we go.
Yeah. Hey, guys, this is for the Uncle Jimmy and cousin Donnie show, and this is what we're gonna do tonight.
And these girls train 3. So, just a cool little event or a cool little thing that they did for us. So we wanted to throw the props back to them. So definitely a cool moment. And it was cool to wake up to that video to say like, oh yeah, they really appreciated what we did and how everything went. So I don't know about what
Tony,
you thought. I thought it was pretty cool.
Tony he's a great human being. He's great for that sport, the women's basketball sport. He puts a ton of time and effort into them. And then he's great for the softball game as he's been around a long time. And then, for these girls that have never heard of 6-digit softball before to now be on our show and to be great guests, they were wonderful guests.
Yes,
Tony was definitely leading the charge, but they were definitely had fun on the show, and their families were watching and commenting, and it was a cool moment for us. And that was really early in 25. That was like January, February, I want to say.
Yeah.
25, when their playoffs were going around.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then it moves into the Yuma stuff. So go ahead and do Yuma next.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, Yuma, obviously one of the biggest tournaments now, I feel, of the year. Great atmosphere, a small little town in Arizona right on the border. If you guys haven't been there, the round robin style on Saturday with the single elimination tournament on Sunday. It's always Memorial Day weekend. Our boy Drew Ladick, who's been a guest on our show, and not only that, but it's also called in from bars. He's gotten himself in trouble a handful of times with his wife on the show. But either way, he actually, we shared this video of Drew. And the reason why I wanted to share this video of Drew is because the other team at the moment, Donnie, they have an 80-year-old guy who they are honoring in the game. Okay. And they bring this guy out, and the score is like the guy can't even move. Okay.
Is it the pitcher?
The pitcher, yeah.
Okay.
And so they bring this guy out, okay. And Drew's all pissed off that they basically pitched this guy. He's like 80 years old. All right. And Drew not only takes the first pitch, but then decides to do this. And what he does here is go yard on the 85-year-old guy. He hits the ball over the fence, 250 feet. Okay. Walks around, and as he's walking around, he is talking shit to this Hall of Famer. As your boy Spencer there is laughing his ass off. Here comes Drew, and the guy's like, what? You see him shrugging his shoulders, and Drew's talking mad shit as he runs around the bases. So I just thought that was a hilarious moment in 2025, something that Mr. Ladick himself, that earns him a spot on Team Jagoff.
Whenever he will be a reoccurring member of that team if his team never, doesn't play in there. Hilarious moment. And there's this man that can't even move who actually painted the back part of that mat with that first pitch. It was nasty.
I'm just going to do a quick little review because the guy, Drew's talking shit right now to the catcher.
But why, though? But why?
Because he was coming up. I think the game at this point was out of reach. But they pitched. I guess this guy had to be like 80 years old. There was some reunion with him, and so
Drew during a reunion. That's what made him mad. Is that they did this during his at bat?
Correct. They did it to him.
Okay. I want to say really quick. This first pitch is about as good as you can pitch one with a mat. Like,
yeah, I mean that hits
back,
the mat.
Corner, nasty, and Drew said, "Okay, you guys want to mess around?"
Man.
Yeah,
and then he swings that cut shot bat, as you can see, and pounds it over the left field fence. So, the guy on the mound, which we were all laughing because Drew just went yard on an 80-year-old man. Drew did not care. He was fired up as he came around those bases. So as the weekend went on, I was lucky enough, Donnie, to get another Yuma title.
Yep.
I believe my third Yuma title.
That's a sick team right there.
So we were able to go back there. 3 out of 4 years that this team has won the Yuma. We lost the 1 year in the championship, I believe, by 1 run. And so for the most part, it's kind of been all the same guys. This year, Spencer came, but he replaced, I forgot who he replaced, who didn't go from the year before, one individual. So the only way we replace people on this team is if someone doesn't go the year before. So like this year coming up here, Kurt is not going. So
sounds like you need a left fielder.
Yeah, so Brady Fisher, who has went in the years past, is now coming back to play. So it'll be a fun time, fun year. We have so Drew, I don't know if you saw Drew's post. Mm-hmm. Drew said, "Let's be real, Jib. I had 1 hit in 4 games." They got me hot. So
they were like, "All right, we're gonna pitch to this guy. He sucks at hitting."
Because they said that he was in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Everyone was laughing about him. So yeah, it was just a really cool moment. I think it was a lot of fun. And I guess it's one of those moments, Donnie, where you kind of had to be there in the game, in the moment of the game,
sure.
Really good kick out of it. But very cool moment in 2025. I know that we start every show, off with our guy Staples. He hasn't been around lately. Like there has been no sightings of Staples.
We need a wellness check.
Yes. So I did a wellness check right before the new year, and I just felt this is a good time to break before we get into some of the tournament winners up until this point. And we had our boy Staples on the airplane sleeping right before 2025. So he is alive. Our boy Staples is healthy, and it is fantastic that he is alive. So
hey, I'll tell you what, that's a damn good picture of him.
Yes, it is a really good picture. He's sleeping like a baby. He's dreaming probably about Archer Park on a Sunday. How he runs the league.
Yeah.
Right. And our boy Staples there You know what? Hopefully somebody can get a picture of Staples and send it to us. It'd be awesome. So Staples, Happy New Year, my man. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everything that you allow us to do to you in this show. So thank you.
Nick Mione said, "Guy is always hammered. Every single picture." So here's another great comment from Marshalltown. I think we do have something for Marshalltown in here, but this was a great memory of my guy Robbie Grisano and Jake McTeague, and then the incident. We're not sure who did it or what happened or when or why. Right, the cameras were a little blurry. We're not really sure what what happened there.
Right.
But there was a hole in the wall after those two had spoken in the hallway.
So that is the Marshalltown tournament.
Yep.
Marshalltown had a couple great memories, if you remember correctly. Okay. Yep. The first great memory is the day before we got there, and I actually have this video. I'm going to share it. Here we go. Can he do it, folks? And that is our boy. Oh, dear Lord. Mickey Balestri. Our boy Mick, and I'm going to play it one more time just because I know it's short.
There's a funny part to this video that nobody knows except the people that were in the gym.
Okay. Here we go. Can he do it, folks? Oh, dear Lord. So, let me get back to the top. So, pretty funny there with our boy Mick trying to lift that up. But go ahead and share the story about that.
Yes. There is probably a 19-year-old girl in the gym at the time of us filming that video.
I think she was older than that, no?
Okay. A 20-year-old girl was in the gym while we were filming that video. Oh, and the look on her face when Mickey took his shirt off is priceless.
So for all those softball guys that are out there, Jake Reynolds, the gentleman from their Chucks team, he owns the gym in Marshalltown.
Awesome.
Incredible gym. You need to be buzzed in to get in. So he doesn't have any technically work employees there. You need a card to get buzzed in to go into the gym. So as you can imagine, being this girl who's maybe in her 20s, see 6 or 7 of us guys, hillbillies from Illinois, trying to go in the gym. It's just, it's kind of funny. And then she sees Mickey taking his shirt off, and the rest is history from there. So the other funny story, what we got into with McTeague and what you put up on there was, I believe that was Saturday night. No, it was Friday night, wasn't it? I think it was Friday night in Marshalltown. After we did the video with Mickey, we go out, we go back to the hotel, and I believe McTeague and Robbie, thinking that they're playing WWE wrestling in the hallway. Yep. Robbie kind of side brushes McTeague. McTeague goes right through the wall, basically puts a huge hole in the wall in the hotel. They were going to go ahead and basically call the cops on us and everything else. We wheeled and dealed in the hallway, Donnie, right?
Yeah.
And so we were able to get out of the punishment. I think it was what, $300 or $400?
It was like $300.
$300 for them to fix the hole, and they wouldn't press charges against us. So we ended up out of it.
Yes, they were trying to pick each other up in the hallway, and that was a very entertaining moment to see that. But then, so moving along in the year, I'll kind of read off the major tournament winners. I've got the A tournament winners and then the B tournament as well, because now we're kind of chronologically going into the Westchester tournament on the major side of things was the first one. That was us. Go ahead.
Let's show who won the Marshalltown Classic.
Okay.
Well, that was the state tournament actually, but I believe Chucks. They were the Marshalltown. They were the Iowa State champs. I believe that weekend, I believe Hall of Fame won it again.
Yeah.
I don't remember who won it that weekend again. Do you?
I think it was Hall of Fame.
I think it was Hall of Fame. We have so many videos on that thing where I have to skip
I'll do
through
it.
down. I can't do it on my thing, so
I'll do it now.
But either way, go ahead, Donnie, with the winners of 2025.
Yeah, so Hall of Fame won that because Drew posted a photo with the team and then the umpire in the team photo, from what I remember. So Hall of Fame won the Clincher Classic.
Yes.
Chucks won the Marshalltown tournament.
Yes,
from what I remember.
Yeah, that's correct.
So then after that, we roll right into Westchester, which was Signature. A really cool, event for us. And I've got the trophy still right here. I'll throw the picture up there for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead and throw that picture
It'll be a little blurry, but yeah, we won that. That was the opening tournament. Went clean through that after a really, really good first game with Circus, and then Impact gave us a run, and then we played Fat Kids, Pharaohs, 45s, and Flash. So a great tournament. And then after that, chronologically, was North-South. And pop quiz, Jimmy, who won North-South?
No one did. We had 5 teams left.
Yeah, nobody.
We had Hex. We had ourselves, 45s. We had the Pharaohs. We had
Moneyline, I believe.
Moneyline and I believe Flash.
Yep. It was Hex and Flash in the winner's bracket final. Correct. And then you guys had just, I believe, got walked off or lost a really close game with Hex.
Yeah.
But those 4 or 5 teams were remaining, and then it got canceled due to rain. So nobody won North-South this year. And then as we rolled along the next couple weekends, Midsummer Classic were the 45s on that weekend. They beat Hex in the championship there.
Yeah, which is amazing. We cannot find a picture of
Nothing.
The 40. Nothing was posted on the SSA page. I did not see anything of the 45s. Did you?
No, I looked on the page today because I was looking for other photos from the year, and there was no picture of the 45s from the Midsummer Classic. I
had some videos of us at the bar, but there was too much vulgar language in those videos, and I could not post it. So it just I don't want us to get kicked off Facebook.
Mark said nobody wants to see it anyway.
or YouTube, or Twitch, or any of those.
TikTok. Then chronologically, tournament-wise, for us on the major side, was No Glove Nationals. And then we know who won No Glove Nationals. That was Circus. They went down to the winner's bracket final. I think they beat 45s in the winner's bracket final, and then lost to Flash in the first game, and then ended up winning against Flash in the championship game.
Yep.
And there's our MVP.
Our boy Keenan, who is now on the signature squad.
Yeah.
But Circus had a pretty down year up until this point. Obviously, there were a bunch of guys that they had some issues with commitment and things like that. Obviously, we knew going into the year they were on paper, probably the most talented team, as we all said. And they came to play Forest Park weekend, and they took home the crown. I believe that is their second time.
Second one.
I believe they've won Forest Park in the last 5 or 6 years. So very cool.
I gotta talk about something really quick as a comment comes in. Jackson Perry keeps commenting this, and actually commented this on my fiance's mom's Facebook of a picture of me, and asked why I look like that. I'm trying to figure out what he's getting at or why he's saying that. Yeah. One day I'll figure it out. It's not going to be today. It won't be tomorrow.
Is he jealous of the fact that you now look handsome, that we've upgraded you and made you look awesome on camera?
Yeah.
Is that
I got a new. No, I don't know. He said that for the last 2 years of my life, and I don't understand why. But hey, I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with that.
Do you think that he wants to maybe take you on a date or something? I mean,
I was wondering, maybe he might.
Maybe, right? Never
Maybe
know.
you might. So then after that, we had two of our most popular videos of the year come out. And a great event that was run by, you had a lot to do with it in the Home Run Derby. We'll talk about the Home Run Derby before we get into the winners of the tournament, but Home Run Derby was awesome. And I know you put together a lot of that, and we had Steve Cashel out there. So a huge shout out to Steve Cashel for coming out and doing a little play-by-play. It was such a cool event, and I had a blast pitching. That it was so cool. A lot of people out there watching.
So,
go ahead.
Before you get to that, I want to say congratulations to the Gamblers for winning the Papa Hops tournament. I know that was a huge highlight for those guys. And then also for the Dana Strong tournament that we ran this year, I believe it ended up being the most money we ever raised for the family. I did not get a total. I know the family said it was fantastic in regards to the amount of people. We had the most people out there. We've had the, you name it, it was incredible. Like, it was the most shots sold, the most food. Everything broke records this year at the Dana Strong. So thank you to the family. Thank you to all the players. And thank you to all the softball community for that as well. So I want to throw that out there. But continue with the two most watched videos this year of 2025.
Really quick, look at this. Butterfield found a photo.
Oh, nice. Where did he find it? Must have been on one of his pages.
He probably made it himself. So then we move on to major nationals, glove nationals. We had the pleasure of Resmondo coming out there. I had the pleasure of playing against them on Friday night. It was probably the most nervous I ever been playing a softball game. And then we did the Home Run Derby with them, and then they did stuff like this, where they were hitting some 12-inch balls. This is Bradley.
Oh my goodness. That's the farthest one yet?
100%. Bradley Jones is one of the top hitters.
That's the highest, probably the farthest one.
Bradley Jones
That's
played
over
5
the
years in the
lights.
pros in the major leagues, didn't he?
He was in the Blue Jays organization for a while.
Yeah. And I mean, I thought that the crowd out there for the Home Run Derby was awesome. You know,
it's great.
And it really was. I felt like it was, people were into it. They wanted to see the 12-inch ball. It was excitement. You know, the 16-inch ball wasn't bad. Obviously, it's what we are. But to watch that 12-inch thing fly is just another. There's another element to it, if you know what I mean.
I mean, it's so fun to watch that because it's like they could do it every single time. They can hit a homer every time if they want. And the first ball that he hits, probably the furthest ball I've ever seen hit off a bat in my life, that close, because that ball is crushed. And then the next guy that hits is Kyle Pearson, who's arguably like the best hitter in 12-inch ever.
Ever.
So we had him out there.
We had 9
hitting 12-inch balls, and he was just mashing it.
Whoa.
And he was hitting it further
It hit the moon.
It did. Jesus.
Moon shot.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
The light pole was cute.
Oh my God.
2.
Incredible.
What's the normal fence?
I mean, you heard. I think that's named out of because he did put it out at the Houston
Put
Stadium.
it out at Houston Stadium 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, he did.
Houston, we
PJ
don't
took
have a
these videos.
problem.
Shout out to him.
Holy
I mean,
fuck.
he's sitting
Is
there
that 3?
laughing.
That's 3, yes.
2 more max.
He's got 2 more
I think it's a
bombs
5.
that he hits here.
Oh
Yes,
my
sir.
God.
Another moon shot.
And you know what? You know what's so impressive about it? He makes it look so easy,
Simple.
right?
And like, we're all shocked by how far we're hitting them. This is like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing to them. They do this every day, all the time. So that's
Right.
why they had a kick out of it too, because
We're gonna
we're
need more
praising them
balls.
for this. And this is just
Right.
like their
Fuck.
job.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
All 5 homers for Kyle Pearson.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What else happened on the lovely national weekend, Donnie?
Yeah. We had the women's tournament, the Hangovers won the women's championship. That was going on at the same time. And then we have a new major national champion. It's the Chucks guys.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they beat your uncle.
Yeah.
So
An amazing softball game, though, with the walk-off homer by Mr. Cutshot himself, Mike Henricks.
yeah, Drew says they ended up in the pond on the golf course.
I believe it.
A lot of those balls hit. I had other people tell me they were out there picking up 12-inch balls all over that course the next day.
Off the golf course?
Yes.
They were hitting the balls 500 feet. Easy.
That's what it felt like.
It was.
I know that
they were
I don't know if they were going that far, but yeah, I mean that's what it definitely felt like.
And then Mark said we should have a backyard wrestling match in which we would lose to them in that, by the way.
Well, I think next year what we should do is probably have like midget wrestling. They have a big organization that travels around the world with this. And I think it'll be pure entertainment for not only all of softball, but for everyone that's involved out there. It's just something different, right? It brings people out. It'll have fun. And honestly, the individuals that run that organization, they do an incredible job of putting a show on. They absolutely love it. And so, just something that you never know, Donnie, that we might throw in the mix for 2026.
That would be something, I will say. That would be...
It'd be pretty cool.
Something different, that's for sure.
Yes.
Talk about really quick. Talk about the run that Chucks went on for Major Nationals. Played us in the morning, and they beat us, and then they beat Flash that day, and they beat 45s that day.
Yes.
And I mean that's a hell of a run to go through that sort of field to win that.
And
awesome.
we went through, I want to say,
BTA, right?
BTA, you guys, Iron, Dynasty, Flash. We beat Chucks in the first game. We forced the if game.
Yeah.
And then we got walked off in the if game. So I think we lost 3-2, if I'm correct. I think it was 3-2. So or maybe 2-1.
You guys had a lot of close games in that stretch too. I think you guys beat us by one run.
Yes.
Beat Chucks the first game by what, 2 runs? I want to say the first game was really close. Maybe 3 runs.
I don't think the first game was that close. Maybe 4 or 5. Maybe. I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember.
What if the Flash game was close?
Flash game was close. We took the lead in the 6th.
Yes.
So same thing with you guys, though. We took the lead in the 6th with you guys too.
How about this? Here's an idea. You brought up, midget wrestling. Mm-hmm. What if we got Robbie Grisano to wrestle all 10 or 12 of them at once?
I don't know if they would do that because those guys are professionals. Robbie's not.
They would kill him.
Well, they would kill him. And I don't want to see Robbie end up getting hurt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, then we had a couple other levels of winners. The A Nationals.
We played F-Town as well. He said we only beat by 1. That is.
They had a nice showing.
Yes, they did.
We had the very controversial Los Lobos win a no glove. Controversial because of the Forest Park implications that happened after that, where them not being selected to play Forest Park, but Forest Park was pretty much already selected before that tournament happened. So it was an interesting time to be on Facebook at that.
Yes,
at that time of the year.
It was, and that's one of the reasons why I've asked to move that tournament this year, the A National, not because we were going to run ours, but just in general because they do the Forest Park draw of the invites the week before that tournament is what we're being told. If whether that's true or not, I mean, I believe it's true because Los Lobos did not get the invite to Forest Park after winning the A No Glove National. You and I both know that they were definitely a top 20 team, but to Forest Park's defense, if they did the invites before that tournament had no relevancy for what they picked, right? So totally makes sense. Totally is. hence the reason why, the A National should be the first weekend in June or second weekend in June, depending on when the North-South falls, right? So this year would have been perfect to run up the first weekend of June. There is no tournaments this year, I believe, the first weekend of June. Because if I'm correct, I believe the Iowa tournament, which is Marshalltown, I don't think it's going to be, because of the way the calendars fall this year, I think it's going to be 2 weeks after Memorial Day, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. But either way,
Okay.
it's a weird year for the calendar, and I'm curious to see how some of those scheduled dates are going to come out. Because every year it's usually the same, but this year might be different. So, but what are you looking at there? I see a little smirk on your face.
This guy is amazing. Dave Butterfield's amazing. He sent me the entire bracket from Major Nationals with scores.
Yep.
So that way we could see. Good comment from the burner. We love it. We could see like the Chuck scores. They started against Hex, won 2-1 against Hex, beat Pharaohs 3-1. They beat you guys in the if game 3-2. The first game you guys beat them 7-2. So it wasn't as close as I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was 4.
You guys beat Flashback 6-4. Beat us 5-4, and then you beat up on Iron 9-1. But just really, really good softball that weekend.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's
really close.
It was a lot of fun. I think the whole weekend out there was just back and forth with a lot of good games, a lot of close games, and so on. So really good. You know what I mean? Anything else?
And then
do you have for 2025?
Yes. Future then won a glove.
Okay.
And then the B Nationals was decided between Rick's, a team from Iowa, and the Gravediggers. And the Gravediggers won in a 9-inning walk-off homer, which was pretty cool.
Very cool. And that's the Gravediggers out of, I believe, Melrose Park? No.
Westchester.
You're right. It is out of Westchester. And Jimmy Fiore, I believe's kid, is on that team, who used to play for the Jinx and Hype and some of the teams in the past. He used to play for Hype. He was the pitcher for a bigger major team 20 years ago. So it's really cool now to see some of their kids getting into the sport who were out there all the time watching their dads play. So, but I mean,
that's all for that. Yeah.
2025. Also, one thing I want to share. We started doing. Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show. Hot dog sponsored by the Beacon Tap and also Signature Transportation Group. We are here today at Papa Magoo's for our hot dog review. My cousin Donnie here. Since I can't. I mean, look at that hair, Donnie. That hair was stellar, dude.
It was short.
Go back to that.
Really short.
Go back to that hair. The Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show. Sponsored by the
That's a
Beacon
fresh
Tap
cut
and
from
also
Mago
Signature Transportation Group. It's almost like you're here today at Papa Magoo's for our hot dog review. You had an incredible hot dog from Papa Magoo's.
Very good hot dog.
But
John JD said Jilly's.
Oh yes, it was Jilly's. Yes, but he also played for Hype too for a while. But yes, he is correct. He was on the Jilly's as well. And I think I said Jinx. It was Jilly's is what I meant. But yes.
Yep.
In 2025, I think too, we have to mention the Hall of Famers, right? So we had a class. If you want to go ahead and pull that class up as I talk about it, the 2025 class had some pretty. I want to say guys that were involved in softball, still are involved in softball. Guys that I felt like were kind of in their prime when I started playing, which I think is cool. And I know you're going to pull that up now. But one of the moments, unfortunately, we were not able to make the banquet hall this year due to some situations with the bar. And I had a wrestling event, and I know you were out of town. And so, unfortunately, we couldn't make it this year. But we did make the Iowa Hall of Fame one as well. So congratulations to all those guys. Donnie, go ahead and when you're ready, read down the list of Hall of Famers that made the 2025.
I am. I'm going through it right now. Actually, maybe Butterfield sent it to me. Nope. I'm looking right now on the Hall of Fame Facebook page to see everybody, so I don't leave anybody out. But give me one more sec, Jim, if you want to keep on.
No
talking.
problem at all. So, in the Iowa one, I want to just share a nice little quick moment. You and I ended up dressing up in jumpsuits with Nike gym shoes for the Iowa Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty. It was pretty funny, but we were the most comfortable people at their event, even though everyone else was in suits and ties. So that I thought was pretty cool. When you and I didn't think most of the Iowa people would dress up in suits and ties. You know, no fault, no fault to the Iowa boys, but they do live in the corn, right? So, we just thought it'd be a different environment, but it wasn't, man. They were dressed to the nines. I mean, they were shining, they were profiling, they were doing everything. You know what I mean? It was awesome to see. But did you find the 2025?
I'll tell you what. The 16 and Softball Hall of Fame posts a lot on Facebook. A lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know where the hell I'm gonna find it. Let me see if Butterfield can send it to me. Here we go. Of course. This guy's a rock star.
He is a rock star.
All right. So the inductees: Richie Kaz, Jimmy Jr. McCarthy, Sharif Walker, Shelly Picha, Jackie Darty Reed, Shirley Wilborn, Bob Durst, Kirk Cracky Kuhn, Brad Van Meter, Mr. John Doss, Bob Harrich, and then we had a Wall of Fame, Steve Culp, William Red Davis, my guy, Mark Manizzi, Andrew Chin Page, Randy Braden, Willie Chip Holmes, and then we had the Frank Holan Award for Mr. Tom Lentine, Presidential Service Award for Mr. Frank Lentine, and the Richard J. Daly Award for Robbie Harris.
So congratulations to the 2025 class. I think it's always a cool thing what the Hall of Fame does. I know Paul Rowan puts a lot of work into that. A lot of their staff, they put a ton of work into that. So just thank you to all the people that do that. It's really cool that we still have a 16-inch Hall of Fame now in the game of softball. So I know someone sent me a text message saying, can you share the top Geo story? There was no Geo stories in 2025. So I cannot. I don't know of one other than the Geo did his job all year. He went out, he filmed a bunch of games, and we are thankful for Geo putting his time and effort into what he does on the streaming side as well. So
yeah, there was no good interactions really.
Yeah.
I'll mention we had a little city versus suburb tournament. That was a one-day thing between the city team and the suburb team, which was a great day.
Unfortunately, I could not make that. I believe I was coming back that day. It was a Sunday.
You were somewhere.
Yeah, I was somewhere. But
CC put a good group together against a really solid team from the suburb guys. Marky Manizzi on that squad, and Nate, myself, and it was a solid team. We had fun. It was 2 games. Yep. It was a good time. But other than that, what a really cool year, and I'm happy that I was a part of a lot of really good things. So, what else you got?
I think the other thing we got to mention was Rumor Mill, with you guys stealing the MVP from the circus team to make your team better. So, why Keenan would go to you guys, I don't know, but we shall see how this year turns out and see if that 2025 move makes an impact in 2026. So other key pickups in 2025, we know from my understanding, and I believe Julian Gutierrez is going to be going to Impact. We have several guys going to Impact from the March team.
Yeah, Impact had a nice offseason.
They sure did. The Fat Kids, they picked up
huge
Stacy. I believe Jake Morris. I believe
Pops.
Jake
McTeague, Pops, Morris, Stacy, Chippy, potentially.
I think Chippy is staying with Circus, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Circus, obviously setting the new wave of what that's going to be moving forward in the future if softball doesn't change. All major teams only playing tournaments. So they will not be playing a league in 2026. And I can honestly say in the years to come, if softball doesn't change, that's what you're going to see most of the major teams do. So
I hope not. I hope not. I like the leagues, and it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. I know if they get the commitment like they can have, that's a really, really, really good team, and it's a scary team on paper if everybody's there.
Yep.
JD gives me the middle finger, which is funny. And
that's the thumbs up.
And there you go. I don't think that's a thumbs up. But again, another team that stood out in the offseason is Whale when they picked up, Sherwin, and they picked up Lenny Gonzalo, two rock stars that'll be starters right away. Jack Harrigan, Frank Jekyll, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else, but they had another really good offseason as well. They almost got Alonji and Eddie, but they ended up staying with Circus.
Right. Flash, from my understanding, have a pretty solid offseason. Picking up, I believe, if the Cope brothers, start working.
Both of them.
They will be a part of the Flash team. They also, I think they added some more depth in that team, which definitely helps them. I know that they also went down from playing 2 leagues to 1 league. So that is something that, as I see, is going to be more of the common theme moving forward. And definitely, I would say definitely a highlight of the rumor mill and definitely a highlight of 2025. Any other rumor mills that are out there that you think are worth sharing off the top of your head?
I honestly think an underrated one is a 45s pickup, and that you guys got Jack Landwehr. I think he's a fantastic softball player, a good human, and it sucks that he went to your team because he's really good. But yeah, and then Chucky. Chucky was probably a big rumor too. To see Chucky leave and go to 38s was big, just because he's been with 45s for years now, and he's a very, very, very solid outfielder for you guys, and he'll be great with 38s. Trying to think if there's any more really big offseason moves.
Yeah, us losing Chucky, I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, in my opinion, probably a big loss for me. I get along with Chucky really well. I get along, he was just funny, down to earth, especially when he had sleep. He was a crabby motherfucker when he didn't have sleep, but either way, he works his ass off, works the night shift, shows up to all the games. You got to respect a guy like that. There's no doubt. So, me and him had many late night phone calls, trying to, I would call him driving home from the bar to stay up in the car just to, until I got.
Because he was awake.
Yeah, well, because he was sitting in a squad car, chasing people or doing whatever. So, thank you to him. And it's going to be missed definitely in 2026. I'm going to have to find another late night phone call.
You can still call him. I'm sure he'll still answer.
I'm sure he will. So, but anything else about 2025 that you want to bring up before we get into the Bears Packers? Yeah.
Terry Moran. Terry Moran was fun. We played. Terry Moran was a good one with Stars and Stripes. That was a really good group. Trying to think if anybody has any really good memories from 2025, please put them in the comments, and we'll make sure we put those up on the screen. But yeah, Bears Packers. What's the opening line on that game?
So the Cheeseheads are coming to Chicago.
Yeah.
The line, depending on where you go currently, is 1.5. So I've seen it where the Bears are 1.5. I've seen it where the Packers are 1.5. If you look at ESPN, they say ESPN starts with the Packers minus 1.5. In this game coming up on Saturday, I think it's the number one thing talked about all weekend here in Chicago. The number one thing that's talked about, obviously, in Green Bay with them coming down here. I think in order for Green Bay to win this game, they're going to have to win in a shootout.
Let me stop you for one sec. Before we get back to that, I want to mention one thing. I just saw CC commented, and it made me kind of remember, we talked about really great memories in 2025, something an unfortunate happening in 2025. We lost some individuals in 2025, one being Ace Rogers from the Pharaohs. I just forgot, we were talking about all the great stuff. I got caught up in that. But sucks that we unfortunately did lose Ace and among others in the 16-inch softball world. So just wanted to give a quick piece to them before we kind of get back to the Bear Packer thing. But Cece, thank you for chiming in. I just want to make sure that I mentioned that, or we mentioned that, as part of the show. But yes, go on.
Yeah, before we go on, now that you mentioned it, I kind of remember obviously Ace playing against Ace over the last handful of years. I wasn't close to him by any means, but at least we would say, what's up, hello, how you doing, that type of stuff. He was always seemed respectful to me. It sucks anytime you see someone, just from a family standpoint. I heard some of the stories I heard about him being a father and some of the things, that really sucks for his family, his kids, and so on. So, all our prayers with their families for sure. There's no doubt about that. And thank you for bringing that up, Donnie. Appreciate that.
Yep, of course.
Getting back,
Bears Packers.
So we are looking at Bears Packers, a line of 1.5. Packers favorite in Green Bay or in Soldier Field. I don't know how. Okay, the Packers are out their top 2 corners, their top D tackle, and Michael Parsons. Okay, and how are they favorite in Chicago?
It really depends on the Bears' health as well. Questionable return for Roma Dunze. DJ Moore was limited in practice today. Still might not have Kyler Gordon. And CJ Gardner-Johnson was in concussion protocol as well.
Okay.
So the Bears are also banged up on our end. So missing our top 2 receivers and a really, 2 really strong corners as well. So I think that's kind of why the line's where it's at. And the Packers have a healthy offense. I think that's why the Packers are favorite, because they have Jordan Love back and they have Christian Watson fully healthy, Dubes and Reed, and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
That's a really strong offense.
No, I agree. I think the Bears are going to come out obviously running the football after what they saw what the Ravens did to the Packers.
Sure.
I don't know if that's going to work though, because we are going to stack the box, right, Pack? I think they're going to try to let Caleb Williams beat them. That's my opinion. We've outplayed the Packers, I believe, on 8 quarters. I would say 7.5 quarters this season. I don't know. I mean, put your comments, what the final score is going to be. If anyone guesses the final score of the Bears Packers, I'm going to give out a $100 gift card to Papa Magoo's. So that is something that I'm going to add. So put the final score of what you're going to predict of what that's going to be.
I love that.
If they predict the score, I'm going to give out a $100 gift card to Papa Magoo's.
Cool. That's cool. So everybody put the comment. What do you think the final score will be?
So
$100 on Jimmy at Papa Magoo's.
So Donnie, I'm going to ask you. Yeah. What is your intake on the game and who you have and who you're going to – what is your final score?
It'll be – I think there's going to be some score. What's the over-under? Let me look up the over-under. Do you know what it is?
41. I think it's 41.
True 41. I'm going to go with Mike Klamoric says Packers 23, Bears 12. CC puts Bears will win 28-17. Nick Mione said it's definitely going to be either the Bears or the Packers winning.
Oh,
I'm going to go
That's a
Bears.
good guess.
That's a really good guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bears 28, Packers 27.
So you're saying 28-27 Packers?
Bears.
All right. So you got to put that in the comments so we can go back and look. Cousin Donnie, I'm going to say, and I can't really give a $100 gift card to myself, but Donnie, if I do guess the winning score, and I do guess who wins the game, you have to buy me a steak dinner. Deal?
Deal. If you guess the score correct?
Yes.
All right.
So I am going to go Packers 24, Bears 17.
Okay.
All right. Because I can't go against my Packers. There's no doubt.
Right. Yeah.
We did have a comment that caught my eye. It says Kelly to the Pharaohs. I forgot to leak the info. I don't know what Kelly he's talking about. Is he talking
that'll be
our coach Kelly from 45s, or is he talking about another Kelly?
I think it's Kelly. What's his last name? I think I want to say his. They call him Dirt. Is that Dirty?
I don't know, but Clarence, if you're still out there, post on who you're talking about with Kelly. Is it Kelly from the 45s? Our coach is what you're talking about, or are you talking about a player? So I don't know if he was trying to like be smart with me about
Maybe.
Kelly,
I
or
want to say it might be Dirty Red.
Dirty Red.
But he might have been on the team, or who is he with BTA? Either way,
guys, the people still watching out there, please post who's going to win the Bears game, Packers game this Saturday night. If you guess the winner and the score, okay, the winner and the correct score, I am going to give out a $100 gift card to Pop Magoo's. Yes, you'll have to drive out there, but with Donnie, we do have really good food, as you know.
Yeah, it was good. And you have good rumplements.
And we have great rumplements. He says it's the coach from the 45. So Kelly leaving the 45s.
You might have to fire a text message off, Jim.
I might have to. So he is still in the 45 chat, too. So I'm going to have to kick his ass out.
A lot of good comments for Bears Packers score. And then once the game's over, we'll have to go back and look at all the comments.
Oh, he wants an autographed Moretti Binge jersey. That is a done deal, Mr. Rob. He will.
J-Rob?
Yeah, that's right, J-Rob. That's my guy, J-Rob. I don't know if he'll be around next year with the team. We only see him about 4 or 5 games a year. So, but when he does show up, we do have an incredible time.
He's awesome.
So Brian Sloan guessed. Oh, he guessed the other way. 24-7 Bears. So. Oh, look at that. J-Rob throwing out 27-17. Donnie, as people are putting, I want to give everyone a minute to put the scores out there. J-Rob, I am going to get you a Binge autographed jersey, no problem. But as everyone puts out the final score for the $100 gift card, I want you to tell me, can you pull up a bracket for the NFL? And I want you to give me your bracket for the NFL and who you feel is going to win the Super Bowl this upcoming year.
Sure.
So I have, as you're pulling it up, we have, I believe, Saturday afternoon. I believe the first game on Saturday is, if I remember correctly,
I got it.
It's the Rams and Carolina.
The first game at 3:30 is going to be the Rams, Carolina. That's an easy one. Anyone that's watched, a little bit of football knows the Rams are a really, really good football team.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though, man. You got to look at this. This game could be very tricky. You have Carolina, who has beat some really good teams this year. At home, they've given trouble to some people. I know they've been fluttering lately. They've lost, I think, the last 3 games. But, it's the playoffs and double-digit underdog at home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
right.
10.5.
That's
So
a lot of points.
If I'm betting that game, I am probably taking the under of 46.5 in that ball game. So we already talked about Bears Packers. Actually, that line has moved up to 45.
Okay. So
the line at the Bears Packers is 45. Green Bay is -1 at the moment. As you know, I'm taking the Pack. So that would be the line I'd play, or that would be the play I do there. Moving on to Sunday at noon, you have Buffalo and Jacksonville. Buffalo -1 with a 52.5.
Okay, so we already talked about Bears Packers. Buffalo at noon. That's a good game. Jacksonville's pretty good team, man. They're scrappy. They've got a good defense. The Bills have been getting exposed on defense a little bit. They just have a very strong offense.
I don't know how Jacksonville's a home dog. Jacksonville could likely be the best team in football.
I don't know if are they at home?
They're at home.
You sure? Because the Texans won that division.
No, it's Buffalo and Jacksonville. Jacksonville's at home.
Because they have a better record?
Well, they won their division. Buffalo's not a division winner. New England won the division. So
right. Houston didn't win the AFC South. Jacksonville won the AFC South.
That is correct.
Got it.
So Jacksonville's at home against Buffalo. Jacksonville went to Denver and smoked Denver in Denver. Okay. They have been I would say the hottest team lately in the NFL. I don't think the Bills defense is going to be good. I'm taking Jacksonville with the +1 at home. I think they knock out Josh Allen. I know everyone's saying this is Josh Allen's year, but Buffalo only wins if Josh Allen plays Superman.
Correct.
That's the only way they can win.
And Josh Allen's been battling kind of a foot injury the last few weeks too.
Yep. So, guys, as we're going through the games, please put in the score, the correct score of the Bears-Packer game. I'm going to be giving out a $100 gift card to anyone who guesses the winner and the correct score of the game. Donnie, it could be done, right? So, Donnie, we will also put my picks in here, and I'm going to type them actually as we go. So, I've got the under Carolina, right?
Okay.
I've got under Carolina or under, I'll just put under Rams because they're the favorite. Under Rams 46.5. We have under Rams 46.5. I have the Packers, Green Bay. I have them -1. I have Jacksonville. I'll just put Jacks.
All right.
+1.
The next game is the New England Patriots. Oh, no. The next game will be the Eagles and the 49ers. This will be a good football game.
Yes. Eagles are -4.5 at home with an over-under of 44.5.
I like the 49ers with some points in that game.
So you're taking the 49ers?
Yeah.
I am pounding the Eagles at home.
Really? You think they're that much better?
I do. And it all depends on if Trent Williams is in the lineup for the 49ers.
Yeah, he's good.
I believe the Eagles probably have the best, if not the best, the second best D-line pass rushers left in the playoffs. So okay. I believe Seattle is probably number one. They're probably
Houston.
Houston's good too. I'm talking in the NFC though.
Okay.
So Houston's in the AFC. So I would say the Eagles are right there, and I think the Eagles are going to give Brock Purdy trouble. It's going to be in the high 30s. Brock Purdy doesn't usually play good in cold weather. Brock Purdy also just coming off only 3 points last week against a similar defense in Seattle. I think the Eagles roll here, and I think they win easily double digits.
I like that. That's good. That's good reasonable backing there.
So we move on to the Sunday night game.
Patriots and Chargers.
Patriots and Chargers. We got the Patriots -3.5 with an over-under of 46. This game, to me, you have two teams that are terrible on the offensive line. Those are both their weaknesses. So the Chargers are all banged up. All the tackles are out. They have, I think, backups to backups at left tackle. They have a backup at right tackle. Their center, he's out. So, I mean, they're definitely banged up on the line. That is the Chargers' weakness. The only reason why I like this game and I like the Chargers is because New England doesn't really pressure the quarterback well. They're near the bottom of the league in pressures. They're near the bottom of the league in getting after the quarterback. So I believe even with the Chargers' bogus thrown together offensive line. They're going to be able to give time for Herbert to throw. I'm going to take the 3.5, and I'm going to take the Chargers. So I think the Chargers, they covered at 3.5. I'm not a fan of New England yet. They've had the easiest schedule in the NFL. They do have Drake May playing his first playoff game. As you know, the first time you play in a playoff game, it's not normally favorable to most of those quarterbacks.
Yep.
So I'm going to take the 3.5. I know the Chargers got to go cross country, but that game's going to be in the lower 40s is what they're saying, what I saw. So give me the Chargers plus the 3.5. What do you got, Donnie?
That's a good line. I think your reasoning makes sense. I think the Patriots are a very strong football team. Drake May is playing MVP caliber football against a defense that is susceptible to giving up a bunch of points.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Patriots in that game, and I'll take the 3.5. I'm going to go against you on this one, but you have changed my mind about the Eagles 49ers, by the way.
It did.
You swayed me. But I do like the Patriots a lot. I think they run the ball well. Depends on the health of Travion Henderson in the backfield. But I think they set up a system. Vrabel set up a really good system for Drake May to be successful, and it's proven to work. So I'm going to go Patriots in that one. Give me the Pats at -3.5.
All right. The last game of the weekend is Houston and Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is probably going to be the most bet game of the weekend. I think the public is going to be all over Houston. I'm the other way. I think Pittsburgh is a home dog. Tomlin is near unbeatable on Monday Night Football. If you look up his record, I mean, he just doesn't lose on Monday Night Football.
Yep.
Pittsburgh never loses usually as a home dog. Okay. The guy is a cover machine. And for some reason, when he gets that extra data to prep, Monday night, he is just a beast when it comes to Monday Night Football. I can't remember the stat off the top of my head, and I didn't write it down. But I want to say his record is like ridiculous, like 14-0 or something ridiculous on Monday Night Football over his career. So I give me Pittsburgh as the home dog with the 3. I personally think Aaron Rodgers, he could basically Aaron Rodgers could get the ball out quick. He's still got that quick release. Even at the age of 42, he was throwing dimes the other night. If you were watching, I
watched.
He looked pretty damn good for being 42, and I just think so many people, everyone I talk to, everyone talks about Houston's pass rush, and I know Pittsburgh's offensive line is not that good, but there's a way to minimize that pass rush, and that's Rodgers' quick release. Pittsburgh does a lot of screens.
They do,
right? That Gainwell he's getting more touches week over week.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a guy to score this weekend, it's probably Gainwell.
Okay.
I don't know what his odds are going to be. I've been doing pretty well with. So in his career he's 22-4, but
that's
I
awesome.
believe 14 games he's like 14-0 is what I read. So thank you, Mr. Butterfield, for looking that stat up. Yeah, he's 22-4 in his career, but like in the last 14 games, I want to say he's like 14. It's like almost unbeatable. So, and they're a home dog, which I know they just played on Sunday Night Football.
Sure.
But they were also a home dog on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
So I give me Pittsburgh. I'll take the 3 and give me Gainwell to score. So that's going to be a little parlay in that game.
I like that. I like Houston's defense. I think their defense is the best in the NFL. The offensive line for Pittsburgh is a little shaky. They're going to be forced to run a lot of screens and a lot of short passes, which Rodgers will excel at. It will be interesting to see if the Houston offense can keep up. If the Pittsburgh Steelers are able to score, the defensive line is the best in the NFL with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson. Those guys are elite. And I don't know if Rodgers will be mobile enough if the line does break down to get out of situations and convert on long third downs. However, the Steelers, just like Marcus said, they're going to get DK Metcalf back. So that will help, but he'll probably be facing Stingley on the outside, who's a top corner in the league. Pittsburgh getting over a very lucky win on Sunday night against Baltimore in the fact that there was a little bit of busted coverage on that last play and a missed field goal from 40 yards. So either way, it'll be a good football game. I like Houston in that one. With some talented young receivers alongside Nico Collins for Houston, CJ Stroud. They've won 9 games in a row. I think they're playing a good product of football right now. Look at that, Jim. Mike Tomlin has never lost a home game on Monday night. That's wild.
Yep. I told you he was undefeated. So the other thing is I'll hand out a couple touchdown scores. Play him if you may. I believe Travis Etienne, he's going to, we're not going on a limb here, but he's going to get in the end zone. He's been hot of late. I think he's definitely a touchdown prop. You could probably get him maybe somewhere in the minus 140 range.
Yeah.
Roughly. Okay. You could par him if you par him with like a Jalen Hurts, right? I think Jalen Hurts, he's going to be in the plus 130 range. So I like Jalen Hurts. I like ETN to get in there. And I also like Josh Jacobs. I think Josh Jacobs for the Packers it has an opportunity to score. I don't know what Josh Jacobs, where he's at. I think roughly, if I remember correctly, he was around the minus 110 to 120 range.
I would say he's probably the best odds in the game to score, if I were to guess.
He was like a minus 110. So it was like betting a normal game. I could see if you look at those games too, you want to throw like a long shot out there. I know I threw 4 or 5 names out there that I think could possibly score this weekend that are right around that minus 110 to plus 130 range to make some money. There's a guy by the name of Hayward on Pittsburgh.
Cameron, or the fullback?
Yes. They bring him in, and I know they've been doing the tush push with him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pittsburgh runs a lot of different sets out of that. Okay. I wouldn't be shocked if Hayward were to be one of those guys that runs the ball in when they get close to the end zone.
Yeah.
So just put it out there. You might be able to get that one for a plus 1,600 somewhere in there.
He's the younger brother. Yeah, he's the younger brother of Cam Hayward, who's like one of the best players on that defense. Here's the Uncle Jimmy parlay for the weekend. Josh Jacobs, Jalen Hurts, Kenneth Gainwell, and Etienne. A $10 bet wins $225.
There you go. $10 bet. That's not bad. That means $100. You're winning $2,000.
Correct.
Yeah. So 2,200. So that'll be my 4 touchdown parlay. I also posted a lot of the games that I'm looking at as of today and the ways I'm going. I got the Rams under 46.5, Green Bay -1, Jacksonville +2, the Eagles -4.5, Chargers +3.5, and Pittsburgh +3. So
beautiful. Making money.
Beautiful. So we will be back. I believe we're going to go back to having a guest now on our next show. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Maybe we'll check in next week and see how we did. Just you and I will hop on and talk about the NFL, about the playoffs, and maybe we could see how since we've documented what we did. Why don't you put those touchdown scores, put it in the comments here so we can go back and look. Yep. Make it real easy on us. We'll go back, be able to pull that up on those 4 that I gave you, and have a lot of fun with it next week. So we can come back on next Tuesday night, Donnie. You and I, we can hop on for 30 minutes, talk NFL from the weekend, do a little recap, maybe give some softball, release our tournament. We can release our tournament date and release our flyer, release all that. I'll have more information about the fields and all that good stuff too. And then we will talk about next week's bets as well. So how's that sound, my man?
Sounds like a plan to me. I'm excited for the week. I love the NFL, and this is playoff football is awesome. So it'll be great.
The best.
Yeah, wild card weekend's awesome. I will. But yeah, what a great softball year 2025. Thank you guys for joining us along the way, helping us to grow our page over 5,000 followers, which is awesome. And we appreciate you guys for everything and for tuning in tonight. And until next time.
Yes, thank you guys. I appreciate everyone watching the show. I appreciate you guys, what you do. Just to repeat what Donnie said, thank you for, getting us over the 5,000. And this is your page just as well as it's our page. So definitely appreciate you guys, your support. And we appreciate our sponsors. Thank you to Cut Shot, Signature Transportation Group, Beacon Tap, Mom and Dad Water. So thank you guys all. We will see you guys probably next week. So